Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the countries of planet Earth on GeoGuessr, doing so one area, one territory, one state, one county, one department, one governorate, whatever you call the first level of subdivisions of the various countries on planet Earth, one by one. And, well, my aim is threefold. A, hopefully have some fun while I'm doing this. And B, see places I have never been to and probably will never go to. And C, try to score 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in whatever region I'm playing at any given time. That means a perfect GeoGuessr game of 5,000 points in each round, over 5 rounds. And if I succeed in doing so, well, that's the last you'll see of that area in the series. If I fail in doing so, it might feature again at a later date. And today we are going into South America again. It's been a little while, I think. And we're heading into the Peruvian region of Madre de Dios, Mother of God. I hope that's not what I'll be saying when I move into this place. So yeah, you can see that the coverage is pretty much all centered along this road. There's a little snippet of coverage here, which I don't really know why it wasn't included in the script, but hey, that's what happens. So at least that limits the locations. And it's a vast area. It's 85,000 square kilometers. Only has 185,000 inhabitants as of 2022, of which more than half, 100,000 plus, live in the region capital of Puerto Maldonado, which is here, which is all very nice and gritty, where the Madre de Dios and the Tambopata meet. Oh, that's a very interesting. Yeah, it almost makes you wonder why they haven't used this for the city yet. So there's a few offshoots to this main road, but that's pretty much what it is. That doesn't mean that it is easy, though. This is, after all, the Amazon. And it could be, well, I might be saying Madre de Dios by the time I'm done here. So let's see. Okay, yes, and copy, and then I'm going to put that link in a safe spot as usual. There we are. Let's see, and Madre de Dios. Copy the link. There we are. Okay, the link you can find the link down in the description of this video, so you can play along and see if you outscore me or outpace me. Both are quite possible. Well, as I am, at best, I'm a gifted enthusiast when it comes to playing GeoGuessr. I have passing knowledge of some metas in the game, but to be frank, I wouldn't know a meta if it just stood up and smacked me in the face. So, oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Okay, at least... shoot, I was hoping that we were going to have a major road here. Well, this could actually be what passes for a major road in this area. Well... So, based on this... Okay, so we can't go that way. Based on this... would venture the idea that we're somewhere close to Puerto Maldonado, and possibly not on the main route through the area. I mean, that would be weird. They usually are good on asphalt on main roads in South America. And that dude must have come from somewhere. That's a bridge. So let's see. There's another intersection. Okay, so it says Prado and something. Prado and something Arturo. Let's see if I can find either of those. Let's see. Prado and possibly Puerto Arturo. If it says Puerto, then it's most likely on a river. Let's see now. The coverage goes all the way up here on the 30C. Prado and Arturo. A place up there called Oceania. That sounds like a fever dream. Mavila, Pampas, Calas Rojas, Lanchon, Leopold Sudetero, Triunfo, Chonta la Torre. I don't really think that we are, because most of the offshoots are here around Puerto Maldonado, and then there's a couple. Let's see, there's one sort of midway up here. And I think there's one sort of hereabouts. And there's one in this area. And then there's the road going down here-ish. So where should we go, particularly as, well, given that this road isn't signed, well, let's just put a marker there. Yeah, this doesn't look very promising, does it? Puerto Arturo, okay. Southwest. And then we come into what I believe is this intersection here. Otilia and Cachuela. There's Otilia. Cachuela is way over here. So I'm wondering, that kind of fitted, but I'm not sure we were that far up the woods. But I don't really see anything else that matches very well, because we've come down this road. Okay, so back to start. So here we're looking northeast. That works with this area. And there is slight southern bend. Let's see now. So if I head up here, we go northeast. Oh, there's an intersection. That doesn't particularly rhyme well with that one. So how about here? None of these other roads really match up. Okay, so let's see now. So we're going more easterly, turning south of east. And going fairly straight before we take a northwards turn. Yes, that still works. And after this northwards turn, we're going to have a slight thingy that way, yes. And we're going to have a slight thingy to the other direction. And then we will come before long to the intersection. Let's see, has the thing to the side? Well, That falls into the category of not quite. There's actually a sign here. Or did I just... Yes, there was. Here's a max 10 tons. I think I lost track a little bit of where I was, but here's the intersection. Okay, so when I turn, I'm then going south, southwest-ish, yes. And let's see, there should be a bend. About here, yes. And once around that bend, there should be some shacks. Well, there's definitely something going on here on the side. They're also being very private about it. So I'm thinking that we're about here. And that's iffy because we're a little bit away from the end of the coverage, which is here. So how far away am I? It's almost impossible to tell. I'm going to say I'm that far away, but that feels very icky. That feels very icky indeed. And there's an intersection that doesn't show. So here we go northeast. And that must be up here somewhere. Well, actually, let's see now. There is an option here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Ah, stop that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if I say 13 to there, and I believe that should be right. And then there is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the end here. There. So if it's 13 from that bend, which I now put on the edge, 13 and 4, that's 17. So that's 8.5. Okay, let's give that a go. Nice. Okay, I spent a lot of time on that one, but it was worth it in the end. Oh, goodness. What do we have here? Ah. Prohibito arrojar basura. Something desmonte. I have no idea, unfortunately. But at least we are definitely on the 30C at the moment. So, 50 kilometers an hour. Just wanting to see if there is any signs are telling me the name of the community. Well, here's something. Ponton Palmera, okay. So that would be the name of the bridge. And here we are moving westwards, and we also have a Grifo Inambari. So moving westwards. What was the name of the day? It was called Palmera. Well, I got Las Palmeras here. What's missing is this bend down here. Because there's a place called Palmeras doesn't mean that we are at Palmeras. Or even Palmera. Definitely not here. Let's see, 257 on the 30C. Well, unless they start putting kilometer markers on the map, that is not going to help me at any level at all. But let's just push a little more. Road's very zigzaggy here. Well, not very, but it's at least turning quite a bit. Another bridge, Palmera Chayok. Could it be like over here? Yeah. This is where I would love to see some signs. I'm starting to think I've gone in the wrong direction, but this is information nonetheless. We're going southwards on a twisty road. And southwards on a twisty road could be down here, for instance. Do we have other options? Well, it's a little twisty over here by San Lorenzo, but I don't think we're there. And this bit is also quite twisty. We have a river. We go south and we have a river on the side, and that's a fairly significant river. So, but I don't think this is where we are at. We have been... That said... We could have crossed into Puno. That is actually an option. Tazon. Well, we're missing that restaurant. No, this is definitely not that. Could be down here. Okay, let's go the opposite way then. Let's go through this little hamlet. Let's see what we got here. So here we go north by northeast. I mean, we could actually be here. Yeah, it says Palmeiras here. Let's see, so we have, let's see, we're looking eastwards. This could be this building. And it does have a smaller building next to it. Let's turn around, and there's another building. Let's see now, and let's see, Bodeguita Flores. Let's just see, well, that's down here. Yeah, this has to be it. Yeah, it's got to be. Okay, so that leaves me in a bit of a quandary. So let's see, so we've got the bend over here and we've got the shack there. Okay, so let's see how far the shack is first. So the shack is, hang on. The shack is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 6 we are there. We are skirting the top of the shack. And then we want to find out where the bend starts. And then after that we have to go the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We've started event 17. 16, 15, 14, I'm going to say. So it's 6, and down here is 14. I think that's where the bend starts. That means we've got 20 between these two locations, then that would be 10 and 5, and let's see, 7.5, so 6 hopefully is around there. Please. Nice. Very nice. Not nice at all. We do have that waterway, and there's a road over there that could prove a little helpful by and by. But overall, this is not very helpful at all, is it? What do we do now? Let's see, so we got some flags over here. No, I thought that was a flag, but it's actually a roof. Okay. There probably just says, no overtaking. Is that a small settlement down over there to the northwest? Where do we have roads going northwest here? Well, we have this area, which seems the most likely. Dang, they've been cutting down the woods here. Those weren't structures, those were sheep or goats. Didn't look too closely. Wow, this is seriously out in the boonies. So here we're moving northeast. Yeah, I mean, it could be here. That's definitely an option. This area. This area. But we will go northwest first. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, so we are not around Planchon. Could we be here around Mavila? Let's see, now we are slightly... It was a slightly west and north again. Nope. Make sense out of it yet. So that means you would just have to soldier on until we find something in this green mess. And yeah, I've definitely not been lucky with the first two locations, even if I got them right. But it's quite a change from that rural game I played in France in the other episode. And then this. And this is straight as you like it, slightly east of north. Sorry, slightly west of north. So this is our bend. Okay. This is going to be tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll call that 6. 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5. I'm going to call that 5. And in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 9 and 5. between there and there. Okay, so that means that this entire thing is 14. Middle is about there, that's 7. Let's call it down there. That should be 7. So 3.5 is roughly here. And so 3.5 and 7.5 is 4. Divide that by 2. We wind up at 5.5. So with some luck, we should be about there. Please. No. No, no, no. Oh, and then it does that to boot. Thank you for nothing. Let's see, like so. No, no, no. How did I get that one that wrong? Huh. Oh well. Okay. This must be in Puerto Maldonado. So let's just zoom in on that right away. See if we can make sense of this place. Let's see, it's a one-way drive in that direction. Northwest. Yeah, that could be a good direction, particularly as there is no road apparently to the southeast. So we could be way down here, maybe. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, this is like the game patting me on my head and say, yeah, I was nasty to you, but you can take this instead. Okay. Northeastward. So this is one of the main roads through town. This one is divided like that, but one looking here. And this one, the Madre de Dios. And also the Temple Plata, I would assume. No? Okay, so it's probably one of these two. And that looks like a very abrupt end to the south. It's kind of blue down there. Is that a fence or is it... for a moment I was hoping... No, hang on, that was where it came from, you silly... Okay, so we crossed one of those two. Let's see if this is the one or the other. I mean, we could possibly be... no, we're not here. No. But we could possibly be down there. Let's see how that works. Servicio de T. Service something. It's a fairly large building. Let's see now. Oh, that's starting to look good, isn't it? Particularly with the 2nd of May Street here. Let's see. Can we find... I'll get the Banco de Nación. Well, there's all sorts of stuff going on here, but not that. Can I find the Esther Dueñas Beauty Studio? How old is this footage, by the way? It's from... doesn't say. El Parcito. Let's see. La Lavanderia. I am going to take a punt. I am fairly sure. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'm fairly sure we're here. Let's see, I just want to find one business to confirm this. Let's see, Komaru, Ceviche, and Ari. That's before we get to this street. I just want one single thing to confirm I'm in the right spot. Let's check this street corner here. So we got the club. That's supposed to be Vietnamese. Well, it's a restaurant, but it's not a Vietnamese one, but it's a very long building. That works. What's on the opposite side here? Let's say BCP. Eladeria Tropico Plaza. Okay, let's see now. Chefa Chang. Heladeria. Got a Shabuya. Sanias. BBV AV Continental. I'm starting to wonder if I'm in the wrong place. I'm looking in the wrong place. It's just as this fits so well. Got the Golden Inn. That could be the same as the El Asadazo here. And what's this? Ministerio. Well, that's not supposed to be there, though. Yeah, that works. And yep, this has got to be it. Well, I spent a lot of minutes on that, but oh no. Well, at least we got a road here. That's at least something. Que su video y usa cinturón de seguridad. Okay, what is that about? Something about your life. Use safety belt, maybe? There was, okay, and protect the forests. All right. Westwards. Okay, let's assume that we are somewhere over here. And then we shall just push on until we find something. There are people around, so it's not totally desolate. And there's the odd farm or four. As we go ahead. Maybe I should be heading towards Puerto Maldonado again, but let's see. Yeah, well, remember to dim down your lights, I guess. Well, your high beams when traffic approaches in the opposite direction. Oopity, there was something, and I think that involved what we want to see. Santa Rosa 109, that's over there. And Ponte Inambari. Could that be down here? Yes. Or Puente. Okay, so that is 42 kilometers. And if that is 109, then we got to be very close to Maldonado, really. Let's see, so one more time. So that is 42. From Santa Rosa. What does it say in the opposite direction? Yep, that's what I suspected, that we were pretty close to Maldonado. And yeah, I got my bearings slightly wrong, so we are... probably somewhere towards the tag end of this strait. Let's see. What does the strait do when it changes? Which direction does it turn? And we actually got a place with a name here. Las Mercedes. Which is not this, I think. No, definitely doesn't seem like it. That could, but isn't a candidate. I can see the road. I think the road turns over the crest there. So let's see. So from where I am to Santa Rosa, it's 109. So it's 134. Midway should be about here, which should be, so let's see, that's 67. And half again of 67 is 33.5. And let's see, so half again, 33.5, 16 and some change. So it should actually be quite close to Las Palmeras. Could we be like here? Let's see if there are any businesses here we can name. I don't see these big buildings here though, but these are all in your lap businesses. This hospital-like thing here. Yep, where's the salute? That's not the right one. Okay, so let's just... This is too close to Maldonado, but anyway. So let's see. We're not in Fitzgerald. And we're not here. But we got to be pretty close, I think. This could be a decent option, actually. Because there's barely any houses on the south side. That could well be that. So we got all these stalls along the road. And then we have this road going up to the side here, which could easily be that. And then we got like two buildings attached to each other. I mean, I guess you could argue that. And then there's these buildings. Okay, yeah. So we got where we are. Now the question is if we can get where we were. So initial thought is we might have been over there. Might. Trouble is that road is locked. and there should be, well, there is actually a shack of sorts here. Okay, so let's see if I can identify any of these other bits and bobs on the map. Look at this. Oh. Did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. Huh. Yeah, that threw a huge spanner in the works. I'm still fairly convinced that I was right about that place. Because there aren't any such communities around. At least before the bends here, so... So... Ah, here we go. Yes, yes, yes. These are those. Right, so I'm actually right. I am here. But I'm not quite at the intersection, but I am perpendicular to this building. So I should be about here. There we go. Well, that took, well, less than an hour, which is less than I feared, and that's good. So, but yeah, that was sufficiently challenging. Still don't know quite how I missed that third round. That was... Yeah, I must have been thinking... I've had some sloppy thinking there. I will not say that it was the fault of the game. Ah, and then it does that again. No, I don't want to know where I was in the first round. So, let's see. So again, here we go. And so, well, that is it for this episode at least. So, well, Madre de Dios was pretty much Madre de Dios, all right. And yeah, I might have to play this again at a later date. It was not as hard as other places I've been in Peru and Ecuador, but it was hard enough. So yeah, that's it for this episode, and I'm glad you're still with me here on a tiny dot in space, and I hope you'll join me when the next episode is up. Until then, bye-bye.